Extravaganza.
To have an identity is to have a set of characteristics by which you are distinctively recognisable. But is there such thing as a food identity?
Everything that defines our diet, taste buds, cravings, food supply, and of course, our culture.
Is food more than just a filler for our bellies, a teaser for our taste buds, a necessity to survive? Perhaps it defines us.
Well, Pete and I are a couple of foodies, and we're not afraid to try as much food as we can to find that out. Are you ready?
Absolutely. There's nothing more Aussie than a barbecued lamb chop and a snag. Or at least that's what the stereotype suggests.
But stereotypes don't define identity. To really understand Aussie food, we're gonna have to go back to settlement, 1788, when the first fleet arrived.
227 years ago, European settlers arrived on Aussie shores, and I'm sure they were not ready for what they found here. Dismount!
Most of the settlers were convicts, so they didn't have any knowledge of farming or carpentry, two skills vital to the survival of a colony.
After the British supplies ran out, and the first attempts at farming failed, the settlers nearly starved.
You try farming out here, it's a bloody desert.
Well, maybe if you spent less time trying to escape, we'd have a better chance. Dogs, crows, and if we were lucky, kangaroos were used to supplement the rations that remained.
Of course there was a rich, 40,000-year-old food culture here before we even arrived, but it's taken us 200 years to figure that one out. The fortune you seek can be found in a different cookie.
The word tradition, for me, means the transmission of customs throughout a long line of generations. The only problem I see is that as Australian settlers, we haven't had many generations in Oz. Therefore, I feel like we're not able to make an accurate comment on what it is to have tradition in our national food.
Dude, this one says, your pathetic excuse of life will be slightly better tomorrow. Awesome.
If we're going to make an accurate comment on what it is to have a food identity, we need more years. We need to study a culture that's food history is traceable through a long line of generations.
This one says, the ancient and diverse food secrets you seek can be found in China. To China. Chinese cuisine feeds and caters for around 1.3 billion people every day and is loaded with the tradition and identity of the people.
We've done it, folks. We've just arrived in China, a country renowned for its very ancient and rich food culture. You hungry?
I'm hungry.
Let's do it.
Sampling the exotic and intense flavors, we want to immerse ourselves in the Chinese food culture experience, including, of course, traditional ways of eating.
And to make sure we're especially adventurous, we've set ourselves food challenges, where we get to pick various items that the other has to eat.
So you can enjoy that.
Thank you. And there you are.
It's cake.
It's good.
It's fine.
Oh, bugger.
I think it's a vegetable.
Tastes like meat.
Maybe it's meat. I don't know.
It's not good.
Do you want some water?
Yes, please.
China is a country of agriculture for a long time. In Chinese, and when we say it in English, we say people regard food as their prime want. You'll find that the Chinese, when they greet each other, friends, for a long time, they haven't seen each other. They will say, "Have you eaten yet?" This is a way to show that, hi, we haven't seen each other for a long time. How are you? The listener, when they hear the sentence, they'll be very happy, very pleased, because it's a kind of concern from my friend.
All right, we're here in a traditional Chinese food market in Hangzhou. I'm here with Amir.
Yeah, hi.
And we're about to try some traditional Chinese food.
To find out more about how food identity develops and survives throughout the generations, we want to know what food really means to the Chinese people. Not only those who eat it, but those who prepare it for others as well.
What's that?
I like to cook for my family. That's a traditional way in China. We cook for the kids and we all have meal together. All the recipes I use have been passed down from my great ancestors for almost 100 years. The secret of the dish is how to control the temperature and the time.
Food and business, we Chinese would like to make them into one because we want to make them friendly, a friendly atmosphere. So we can enjoy our food and then we can also talk our business so that we, at the same time, we can make friends.
Perhaps recipes have survived throughout time because they satisfy something more than hunger and taste.
And after doing our research, we found that one of the oldest Chinese dishes is the dumpling.
A recipe that dates back to the 17th century. Although the very concept of wrapping things in dough and steaming them undoubtedly existed before that.
The tradition of the dumpling comes from the Spring Festival, the festivities celebrating the beginning of each new lunar year.
It's traditional food that is absolutely everywhere in China and can be eaten for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
The proof in its survival as an iconic national food is that it has even become a fast food alternative, picked up by franchises and produced in bulk to please the masses.
I'm here in a traditional Chinese dumpling restaurant, and I'm actually just getting a lesson in how to actually make the dumplings.
They just delivered the 10 or so dumplings we created. We haven't done the best job, but it's still bloody good.
Well, eventually it was time to make the long journey home.
It's good to be home.
I think it's ignorant to make a statement that Australia doesn't have a distinctive food culture. We are a young nation, which puts us in a great position to embrace new cultures and their cuisine. So you could go and have a chicken parmigiana, or you could have fried rice, or you could have a Thai chicken curry. On one menu, you could get all those different things.
Australian food, it's not really Australian. It comes from different cultures, and that's good. Who wants to have the same food every single day? They need to experiment a little bit. Different cultures are a good thing.
Well, there you have it, folks. We've traveled over 7,500 kilometers in search for a rich and diverse food culture. And as it turns out, we had one in our own backyard. Have you learnt nothing?
It's a Vindaloo curry pie.
Oh, well, that's okay then.
With still so much more to discover, it's great to know that as our country grows in numbers and diversity, so too will our food culture and identity.